Good morning, everybody. I know it's been a while since I gave an update, but uh, did want to go ahead and give an update. So last week was chemo session number 4. Um, I didn't complete my wraparound fast, but I was fasted the longest when chemo started. I did want to go to the day after, and I ended up uh, going to dinner actually with my friend Double A, um, and I had a big significant glucose spike. But uh, I will say actually that as much as the chemo symptoms suck, they have not gotten worse. Now, I also did a 24-hour fast Monday, from Sunday to Monday, because again, what I've found for the previous first 3 sessions is that day 7 and 8 were some of the worst um, symptom days, and uh, Uh, fasting seems to help. So I think that's the biggest one. Now, I also did, the interesting thing I did is I did a complete fast, water fast, where I didn't really ingest anything. On one of the days, Sunday, I did a dry fast, 24 hour, basically 6 p.m. to 6 p.m. that night. Um, and again, I have nowhere near the experience with dry fasting that I do with water fasting. Um, and I typically don't do a complete water fast. I actually take athletic greens and um, fiber. It seems to really alleviate a lot of the issues with fasting. Sometimes you get some gastrointestinal upset and everything. Uh, but yeah, so that was a very successful experiment last time. I did the 4-day fast up until into the chemo. So I'm going to start fasting again, or actually, we're going to try it. I'm going to do a 20% calorie restricted um, keto, 3 or 4 to 1 fat to protein um, grams for this next cycle. But the really big news that I'm excited about, and also very scared, but is I get my PET scan um, right before chemo number 5. And that will actually see where the cancer, how it's responding to the chemo, and the additional, all the other more alternative therapies that I've been doing. Um, and I still need to make that video. Again, I've been pretty bad, but um, yeah, Monday's a big day because I get that PET scan. Um, I don't know. I can still kind of feel it's there. I was hoping it might be, some um, some other people who've experienced that they've cleared their cancer after 4 sessions. I'm, I'm really trying to steel myself that I'll have to go through the full 6 month, 12 sessions, but there is a big part of me that's really hoping that the cancer is going to respond quicker, um, and I don't have to go through the full 6 month. I mean, I guess I'm 33% done, close to 40% after this next week. Uh, but yeah, that this actual chemo number 4, the side effects were probably at the same level. One of the things that I was told repeatedly, or I saw on people who have also documented their journey, is that the chemo progressively gets worse. It sucks, the chemo side effects. It sucks, but they've stayed pretty consistent. Um, Again, I got this loss of appetite. That's actually been better. Um, because like I said, is early on, it was so far beyond loss of appetite. It was like the thought of eating made me nauseous. The thought of it, and like repulsed by the idea of eating. Now I've got a true. I've also noticed my taste buds are blunted. So like food just doesn't taste as good. Um, but again, I am eating pretty bland food. But uh, the chemo brain doesn't seem to be as bad. That's where I lose track of what I was saying. That's been better. The brain fog, however you want to describe it. The bone pain has been limited again because Hodgkin's lymphoma is a cancer of the white blood cells, part of your immune system. Chemo it specifically is attacking, not attacking. It's probably that's my frou-frou thing of not looking this as a battle or a cancer, fighting. Um, really trying to do the best I can to um, I don't know, have the right mindset. I guess I would say. Um, a lot of that has to do with all the interventions and everything I'm doing, but oh man, I still look at myself and I don't recognize who I'm looking at. But uh, yeah, this has been pretty good, and that was why mindset is so important. Trying not to um, go into looking at as a battle with myself. Am I making my point? Um, that was one of the things that's always been a concern. Is like, oh, is the chemo going to get worse? Um, right now, it's kind of hit a good homeostasis where the symptoms suck, the side effects of the chemo, but they're manageable, right? It's really the loss of appetite, nausea. Um, my sleep's been better. That's been really good. We are going to try another experiment this time where, like I said, I do the 3-to-1 uh, fat to protein grams or 4-to-1, which is, we're talking like 85, 90% fat calories uh, because of the nature of how many more calories per gram fats have versus protein. Uh, but it's been good. So I'm doing well. Like I said, is have big news next week. We'll see how the PET scan goes. Uh, get to talk to my doctor on Monday. So, but overall, I'm doing really well. Holding up against all this. Like I said, is the symptoms of the chemo have stabilized to a really manageable level, um, which is good because now I'm a third of the way through my standard of care. So overall, I'm just excited about next week, um, but doing really well. So hope everybody else is also well.